Sorry for the inconvenience caused in the previous video, but we are going to begin this video in the place where we left it. We were discussing why ethics are important, and we have discussed the individual level as well as your social level. Now we are moving forward why ethics are important at the organizational level. This can be learned from the perspective that why ethics are important. If you brainstorm on this, then you will realize that ethics are important because organizations will help you to keep the public faith. If I'm not wrong, if you remember this, public faith is very important. Organizations like judiciary, ECI, or RTI are something that helps you to maintain the public faith. Then it is like if ethics are there at the organization level, then we can definitely hold someone accountable, responsible for the consequences of the results or something that went wrong. Okay, आपका. And on this also, you can give an example of Nirav Modi, or you can give example of PNB scam. Okay, you can give example of Kingfisher, Vijay Mallya. Give examples of corruption cases in the government. हो गया, government departments. हो गया. So these are the reasons why our organization level ethics are very important. Then it are also important because they give you efficiency and effectiveness. Efficiency and effectiveness is also tools which are very important to ensure that organization achieve their desired goals for which they have been set up. So okay, आपका transparency is one thing that helps you ethics. That are one of the reason why ethics are important because transparency is something that people should know. For example, today the public limited companies give all their reports in the public domain because the ultimately public are the owners, so they should know what is happening and people's right. It's people's right to know what is going on. That's why we have Article 19 also, right to information. Article 19, which teaches us right to information. So this is all things that we can hold the things why ethics are important. Now we'll moving to the other things is that we have learned that why ethics are important. Now I want you all to brainstorm on the thing that why if there is no ethics, then what will happen? What will happen if no ethics exists? What will happen? What will happen if no ethics exist? So I just want you to brainstorm on this thing and just give on the comment box. So we'll discuss. So I want you all to pause this video, brainstorm yourself, list down your points, then you can just continue with the video and look that where you are matching your brainstorming is going in the direction where you want, where the UPSC want you to think. So we'll discuss if there is no ethics. So first and foremost, ethics are what is right and wrong. If there is in the society happening that there is nothing right and nothing wrong, what will happen? Definitely crimes will happen, injustice will happen, you will see the rapes crime हो गया या harassment crimes हो गया killing हो गया senior citizen को tortures हो गया then comes your biasness, no objectivity is there, and then you go with the misfeasance is a thing that is very much happening today's world हो गया आपका where you use the authority, people that's why love to move into the authorities. Then you can come to the conflicts among the societal, communal conflicts are there because ethics of communal conflicts are there. Then other thing that you can go with in this thing is moral corruption. Moral corruption is there. For example, if I'll talk about this in Uttarakhand flood, which came in 2013, 2013 Uttarakhand floods were there. 2013 floods were there, and there we find it that people were taking out the jewelries from the dead bodies and all these things. So these are something like. If there are no ethics, definitely the society will not be livable. Very nice, very informatically we can say this, and based on the facts also. And then you can also come on to other things. This is nepotism. Definitely, this is a thing that we everyone is facing. That's why sometimes talent do not are not actually identified, rather they are identified on the basis of nepotism. If we want to counter it, we can just give you one very good example. Recent Asian games that were held there, we came to know that the major medal winning were from the people who were in the villages or who were farmer family or whose income was less than 5 lakh. Was sorry, I should have taken it uh, less than 5 lakh income was there. So it's like these are the reason that what will happen if ethics is not there. Now we are moving to the last part of our first class. So this is what determines ethics. Now we should know what determines ethics. So it's like how you can say that ethics, what things are there which can determine the ethics? It is more like a sources of ethics, but these are the things that determine your ethics also. For example, first thing is your region. West versus East. West is a materialistic society, East is a spiritual society. Then second is your religion. Different religion teaches you different thing. For example, in Parsi, their body is left open for the vultures to hunt, but for Hinduism, it's like not right. Or beef culture is allowed in the West, but not in the Hinduism. So this is kind of thing that determines your ethics. Then you can go to the culture part. Culture definitely defined ethics. For example, in West we have the culture of leaving the children free after a certain age, teenagers, but in India no, we respect the family culture. So this is the culture thing. Okay, and then your religion is done. Then is your own conscience. Definitely your own conscience is something that determines your ethics, and your own morals are other important things which give you what do you mean by ethics and all these things. So this is the thing that gave you the thing. What do you mean by conscience or morals? Then is your definitely what are the sources of ethics that you can write here also, like your family. What kind of family you were, how's your upbringing, your friends, your school, colleges, all these things definitely define your ethics. हो गया आपका. Then another very important thing is your own experience. These are the things which teach you what do you mean by the ethics, your own experience. For example, Ashoka on Kalinga War made Ashoka realize the things about that violence is not good. Or Alexander the Great was a person who realized that even if he conquer the world, he will not take anything with his. The hands will be blank or empty when he goes from this world. So it's all these things like. And other important thing is your like circumstances. Sometimes your circumstances also define your ethics. For example, suppose it's generally said if theft is not good, but if a child do it, but if a child who is hungry steals something, then the society will not consider it as wrong because he was very hungry. Or sometimes to save someone's life we have to break the signal. So these are the circumstances also define what do you mean by ethics, or what determine your ethics at that time. Sometimes we lie also just to save someone's life or something. So it also, the circumstances play a great role to determine what do you mean by ethics and what could be right and wrong. Like I generally say to you, we choose a rightest path, and that might not be rightest, but it is the best right. So this is the things also. So I would just like you to do some homework. You have to find the difference between ethics and morals. What are the difference between these two? First thing. Second, you have to R&D on some good officers, their work, so that you can quote them in your answer writings and all these things. And third is you can just go for searching some real life personality stories so that you will be indulged into more like R&D and interesting thing in your answer writing. So this is today's class. And sorry for the inconvenience of the first video, but whoever is watching it, they can just watch first video and then continue with the second video. Now in the second class, we shall continue further with more details for according to the UPSC syllabus. Thank you.